I've got to say, I don't like the side angle of you.
It's my good side.
You got like this, I'm a pervert, bring your children by me because I want them to know I'm a pervert. I'm not going to do anything to the children, but I want the children to know I'm going to do something to their parents, the dad included.
Especially the dad. hmm I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder, but look at your children one day and just give them that like.
I'm your
What's
future
about to?
I'm your future double daddy
Yeah.
because I'm taking your mom and your dad.
Jesus Christ.
Future double daddy.
Future double daddy. It's crazy how episode names come out typically nowadays within the first 5 seconds.
Oh my god.
Come Papa Squad on old Uncle AJ's lap. Or Daddy, Double Daddy AJ's
Double
lap.
daddy. Double daddy AJ.
I want that shirt for Christmas now. I hope you know. It's going to be a whole year. We won't remember, but my
We will.
unbirthday then. How about that?
Double daddy or double
Double
daddy AJ?
Either
Or AJ
one.
double daddy?
Double Daddy AJ or Double Daddy. I'm happy with either one of those. I'll
Double
take
daddy.
either.
Okay.
Double Daddy. People are going to be like, what the fuck does that mean?
Listen to the episode.
Exactly. That's what it'll say on the back of the shirt.
The episode number and everything.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, 100%. You Spotify URL, whatever. Well, today on this fabulous episode of Beer Belly, as I'm so casually sitting down right now for this, I was thinking about it too. I was like, this is an interesting angle. I
It's
feel like I should
very
have my own
interesting.
talk show.
I'm a little uncomfortable.
It's a little suggestive. I feel like I need you
Oh,
to sit right next to me.
AKA double daddy.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Making the moves already.
I, you brought it up. I'm going to say it's your idea, but nonetheless, it's going to now happen. I was thinking talk show like Dr. Phil status, but now I'm thinking you're right. This is just the pervert move to go. So I'm with it. Kind of one of the same to a degree.
Hey,
No shade,
perverts can
Dr.
have
Phil.
talk shows.
100%. Yeah. I'm trying to think of it. Sally Jesse, Raphael. There you go.
There you go.
What's up, 90s?
I don't know who that is, but yes.
She's like one of the OGs from back in like the late 80s, early 90s, something like that. It
Why
was
doesn't
called
that sound familiar
The
to me?
Sally Show or something like that.
Hmm.
Sally, it might have been called, but her full name was that. Sally
I'm
Jesse
glad.
Raphael.
I'm glad we're on this subject.
Oh,
Let me ask you a
please.
question. You want to crack these open really quick?
I was hoping you never ask.
Let's
I
do
was
it.
not. No, I thought you would never ask. I should say. I'm hoping you would.
Oh, and I did.
Why don't you reveal to those video viewers what the fuck we're having right now? Part of my French.
We are having Unsung Brewery. We've been here several
Yes.
times now.
Mhm.
Bride of Frank. I will say that the first thing I always do when I pull a beer out is look at the percentage.
Okay.
And my follow response after looking the percentage was, of course, this was a beer AJ would pick.
Is it that low?
It's pretty low. I'm
Ah.
definitely driving later.
So here's the art for the can. I love the art to it. That's what stood out for me personally.
It's cool. It's cool.
Bride of Frank by Unsung Brewing Company, like John said. It is a stout. I'm sorry, a sour
Sour.
with
Yeah.
raspberries and black currants. The flavor profile sounds amazing. Now, what's the percentage?
I believe I saw 6.0.
Oh, I think you're probably right. Let me
I'm
see
drinking
here.
a White Claw, AJ.
Just slightly stronger. Yes. Oh no, yeah, 6.0 even. One
Mm.
pint. So yeah,
Mm.
strength wise, not
For
exactly
shame.
what we like, but at least it's not like a 5 or 4%er like we've had in the show in the back in the day. And again, I'm happy to have lower percentage stuff every now and then to mix it up. I'm just happy that we're having a nice sour for the show. It should be fun. It's been a long time.
We really went all out. I mean, the previous one we had a pastry stout. Well, the previous one we had some IPAs, but
Yeah.
the previous Zoom meeting we had, it was
Mhm.
definitely that pastry stout.
I'm glad that we're mixing up the formula again on Beer Belly. It's fun. Obviously, ooh, nice color to it. I haven't poured mine yet. I need to get to
Yeah.
task.
This ish is very purplish
Yes, it is. God
with the
damn.
pink head.
God damn. It's like
Mm,
freaking Frankenstein's dick.
And I've had that. Mm.
Oh yeah, this looks. I love the coloring to it. I definitely get the black currant for sure.
It's very sweet. Cheers.
Oh, cheers for sure.
God,
Let me
yours
give it
looks
a-
so much more thick.
It feels like it. Oh. Mm. Mm. I think I
Yeah.
like it a lot.
So Hugo, I'm drinking a juice.
I know, right? It's a freaking yeah, Hugo. You're right. Yeah, that's what they call it.
Mm, mm.
Ooh, it's getting more tardy. I'm digging. I am digging. Obviously, I wouldn't mind if it was a bit stronger, but at least now I know that if we have this again, we can have like 3 or 4 of these and have a great time
Nah,
before we
I'm
get too off
good.
the rails. Well, one thing
7 or
that
higher, bro.
I think
7 or
something that
higher.
you and I have both noticed going to Unsung, in particular over in Anaheim, California, is that they actually have quite a bit of sour variety over there.
Hmm.
Like it seems like it's a goal of theirs for sure.
They got a lot of beers in general. They
Mm-hmm.
definitely, when you look at their list, I feel like it's
Ooh.
more than most.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. For like a somewhat of a still microbrewery, I definitely would agree. But I'm getting
Tell
that
me what's
raspberry very
yeah.
nicely.
Is that what's in here? Tell us what the can says, AJ.
Okay, okay. Well, right off the bat, like mentioned earlier, a sour with raspberries and black currants. Is there any much more to it beyond that?
Silver can,
Other
silver
than the
can.
John Surgeon General warning, that's about it. Silver can, silver can, silver
You can
can.
drive. You can drink while pregnant with
You
this one.
silver can do so. You're absolutely right. Hmm.
Mm, mm.
But as far as flavor goes, I am digging this very much so. I
Oh
could drink
yeah,
this all day.
this thing is thick.
It's an easy drinker.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's almost like a
god.
melted smoothie, like a melted slushy, but like not watered down. Still plenty of pungent flavor throughout. Good amount of tart to it.
Mm.
Getting those raspberries and black currants, beautifully balanced. I love it.
You want to know something I've like come to realize?
Hmm.
Yes, I know I'm an alcoholic, so let's get that part over with. I've known about that.
We've been talking about that
Yeah.
for years, literally now. But okay.
But what makes me feel more like an alcoholic, like this is a drink that I would
Ooh,
give to a person and say, you can't taste the alcohol.
yeah.
But then when that person drinks it, they definitely taste the
Like,
alcohol.
oh, yeah. That's actually a really good observation. You're right. You're
Mm,
right. I didn't think about that, but that is true. Every once in a while, you find someone that's a lot more lighter weight, a little less experienced, we'll say, in the
mhm.
alcoholism of realm of things.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Noobs.
all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my god, no, this is too much." But this is, as far as we're concerned, the 6% is very generous and light.
Mm.
Though it is 6%, it drinks like a 4%er. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that. It definitely does. Well, to
Mm.
us, experienced alcoholics,
We're never getting that chip.
professionals.
Not anytime any soon. Oh yeah, for sure.
So let me ask the question I was gonna ask.
Please.
It's 1999, maybe 2001. AJ is on summer vacation, pre Double Daddy AJ, pervert in the making. Uh,
Definitely still in the making. Let's not neglect that point.
what are you watching between 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.? What are some of your fondest shows? And I specifically said that time because I don't want you to include like the WB Kids or
Right.
Fox.
Right.
You know, that shit would start like at 3, sometimes 2:30.
What time frame did you give again?
8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Isn't 8 a.m. like prime time for like Pokemon on Channel 5
Okay,
and stuff?
you're right. You're right.
Digimon?
Shut the fuck up. 9:30. I think it went up to 10. 10. No, 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 no. 9. 9. I
What am
think
I
it
flipping
was
over to after those shows are over? After
yeah.
Digimon's over, after Sonic, and after Pokemon's over, stuff like that?
It would end at 9, right? It was like between 7 to 9.
Yeah, like I would get ready for school and Pokemon would be on. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
remember the good old days before it was on channel 13, right?
I think so. And then it went to 5?
Then it went to channel 5.
There you go. They bought the rights. And then Digimon was always on.
Channel 11 Fox.
Yeah. Crazy to think that was on Fox back in the day. That was before Digimon were going full on Republican, saying that, anti rights for a lot of things. It's kind of weird that,
That's
Digimon
a
is.
thing?
Oh, I'm
Digimon?
just kidding. I'm just
I
giving
was like, oh
bullshit.
my god, Agumon. That explains so much.
If anything, I would say Digimon, as far as inclusivity goes, that's the most variety you're ever going to get. They're more progressive than anyone else
Oh,
ever because you can start off as an Agumon and Digivolve. You don't have to become a Wargreymon. You could
no.
become some other fucking thing
I
way
fucking
down the line.
I love that about Digimon. If you throw enough rocks at your Digimon and you piss them off, you turn into a bad motherfucker.
It can start off as a Cedramon, but somehow, some way, you're gonna friggin' duct tape some metal plates to that motherfucker and call it Metal Garuramon.
Oh yeah, it
Somehow, some
happens.
way, you're gonna freaking Velcro a missile to its shoulder. That's so weird. Okay, I have to admit, I do appreciate the. Not to go off subject, I will get back to what you were talking about, but since Digimon got brought up, it simultaneously I just am not well versed in it enough, but I'm sure plenty of people understand it. And if it doesn't change from game to game, let me know. But the sheer
Mhm.
variety of what a basic like rookie or baby poke or Digimon can become, it's
Yeah, different
ridiculous
routes
to me.
depending on like, and then there's the type of evolutions. There's like there's like the
Oh,
egg type of
golden
evolutions,
egg and
and
stuff like that.
yeah,
Armor Digivolve, Fusion Digivolve, Naked
Spirit
Digivolve.
Digivolve. That's another one.
It's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I mean, people could say the same thing about Pokemon and they'd be right, you know?
Terrible show. I'm glad that show failed.
Why, yeah.
I'm glad nobody watches that
I'm
anymore.
glad Pokemon isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, no Pokemon centers,
No,
no Pokemon goers.
no.
Thank God. It's all
Thank
about the
God.
Digimon Go.
The card factory burned down long ago. I
Yeah.
think it was in
The Digital
2001.
World Store is the store you'll catch me in.
Where you got a lot of viruses, actually. A lot of viruses.
Yeah, dude.
They call John Grossimon over there in the digital world. They call
Double
him
Daddy and
Sticky
Grossy
Mon.
Man.
But okay, so what am I Okay, after that point, what day of the week is it? Did you say?
Monday through Friday during the
Damn it.
week.
I mean, I'd usually be at school after 9 o'clock,
That's why I said.
typically.
That's why I said summer vacation.
Oh, okay. Oh, then probably Disney Channel, Nickelodeon. So I was probably watching like the Wild Thornberries, some Rugrats in there. I think I was still young enough for Rugrats at the time. Um, Rocket Power for sure at that point, then too, I would say, because that's like 99, 2000, 2001,
Yeah, I
I
believe
think.
so. Yeah.
So Rocket Power was a big part of who I was back then too. Wiggity, 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 or wow, 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 wow.
The stink eye.
Yeah, the stink guy. That's right. That's
Oh,
right. What was that cook's name again?
I couldn't tell you.
I wanted to say Mata Nui, but that's Bionicles, so I
That's
don't
a
know.
little racist,
I was
AJ, to
probably
be
building
honest.
Bionicles though at that point, though, for sure. I loved Bionicles.
I never really got into that.
Do you know what they are?
They're a different take of like Legos, right? Like you build them together and
They're
shit.
like an action figure Lego, yeah. But they,
Yeah,
they were actually pretty sick. And there's lore behind it too. In fact, there's like a fan made, like kind of somewhat high budgetish game coming out for Bionicle as well right now too. I think it's called like Legacy of the Mask of Power or something like that. Mask of Power, I think is actually what it's called.
made by adults. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, yeah. People probably our age or something like that that grew up with it. Mm,
Fucking nerds.
I know. I had a best buddy at the time who I dumped and will one day dump you eventually down the road as well. Of course.
What?
My mom. I'm just getting dark with it. Don't mind me. Anyway, um, who got me into Bionicle? But yeah, back then, definitely probably like some Disney Channel. And if I don't remember a specific show, probably like That's So Raven or something, which was not my favorite, but it was cool. It was cool. Um, but I was probably watching Disney Channel original movies. I'm talking like Smart House,
Oh my god.
Brink being a
Alley
great one.
cats. Oh, I
Alley
love
Cat
alley cats.
Strike.
Yeah.
Do
Oh.
that final shot.
That whoosh.
Yes, that shit was my
Uh,
shit back then.
what
For
was the
sure.
superhero one? There was a superhero one.
There was not Sky High. That was a
No,
movie.
that was a
Up
movie.
and Away.
Is that what it's
I
called?
think it was called Up and Away.
Basically, like the same kind of intro as Sky High, right? The kid
I
wasn't
never
sure if he was
saw
gonna get
Sky High, but I
superpowers.
remember it. Yeah, yeah.
I
I
think
think it
the
was like
kid didn't get superpowers.
I think that was what made him special. His superpower was being, insignificant.
Yeah,
Insignificant man.
fucking lying parents, lying ass parents.
My parents said I was special, but I still run a 9 to 5, man.
I
while my
know.
little sister is saving the world and my parents, I don't know, own the Justice League.
I'm special by being the other 99 billion people on the planet. Thank you. Thank you for not letting me be the four different ones.
What could have been one of the
Yeah.
four different ones. Yeah, but I remember liking that movie a lot, though. I
Oh no,
think
me too.
the dad was like a Hawkman or something like that, if I remember correctly.
You
Something
remember
like
their
that.
dumbass weakness?
No, I don't. What
Foil.
was it? Oil?
Foil.
Oh, foil. Okay, that does sound vaguely
I'm pretty
familiar.
sure it's foil.
That sounds right. I. Why foil? Why foil?
Because they ran out of a budget. That's why,
this,
AJ.
this is a Disney Channel original movie we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I remember Under Wraps, the Mummy one. There's that. There's Halloween Town.
Of
That one
course,
was
Halloween too.
that Halloween Town's a freaking goat for sure.
Date with the president's daughter.
That one was pretty cool too. My
Hmm.
date with the president's daughter. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was a bop too. That one was pretty fun. But then that also throws me back to like Blank Check and the first
Blank
kid.
check. First kid. Wow, you're really making us feel old. This is the 90s episode.
This is the
90s, early
'90s episode.
2000.
Yeah, this is the '90s episode, everybody / early 2000s. God damn.
Wow.
That's when I thought Disney Channel was pretty pimp back then. Actually, I was
I
all
loved
about
it.
it. Once
Oh
once
my god.
Wizards of Waverly Place came about, that's where I definitely fell off. That's a little later in my time.
Even Stevens, I think, was before that, and then that's when I fell off. I wasn't.
I actually did like Even Stevens a bit for sure. I was definitely an Even
Hmm,
Stevens guy.
you and your Shirley LaBeouf fanboys.
Yeah, yeah. He was funny. There was no one like him on Disney Channel at the time. He was a rebel. He turned into a definite rebel to a degree for sure as time went on. What about you? What about you? Where do we cross paths and where do we diverge?
Well, here's the thing. Sounds like you and I had some. I had cable, but I think when I was at that age, cable was like in the living room,
Oh, sure, sure. Same
and
for
in,
same
in
here.
and in our rooms it was like basic TV.
Same here.
So when I was a kid, I was watching Dragon Ball Z on the
Yes.
Spanish channel, even though, especially back then, I did not understand Spanish.
You didn't have Cartoon Network? Oh, because it was too early for Cartoon Network Toonami to
That was
start.
way before. No, Toonami was probably already a thing.
2000, I
It
would guess.
it definitely was, but I was a major Dragon Ball Z fanboy. So if I wasn't watching it at what 4 o'clock, I think is when they used to show it.
PM.
Yeah, I was watching it on Spanish, and the Spanish ones were a little bit more out. It wasn't like fucking Cartoon Network used to loop
So many
like
times.
so many
How many
times.
times do we have to watch the
So
Frieza
many
arc?
times.
How many times do we need to watch that arc until
It,
eventually they let the new one come out?
oh my god. So it would go to the Frieza arc, it would end probably at some of the best parts, and it'd start from the beginning again.
Oh, really?
You don't remember that? It would start right at the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, and then you'd grind through the episodes, and you're like, this is the time. We're finally gonna find out what happens to Go, and it starts over.
Frieza gets cut in half, but he's still able to
God
fight,
damn it.
and it starts over.
God damn it. It actually got worse because I don't know if you had cable or dish, but
Direct TV.
yeah, you son of a bitch. You didn't go through the torture that I went through. So it eventually finishes the Frieza saga. And then when the Frieza saga is done, and I'm talking years of grinding, because again, they would loop the shit out of that saga.
Agreed.
Finally done. We're finally gonna go into the mysterious Android saga that I've been hearing about because cool kids used to have like the dub. I'm
Right?
sorry, the sub. They used to have
Who's
the
this
sub
cool
VHS.
character with purple hair that comes out of nowhere and slices
When do you
bitches
see
in half?
Trunks? Oh my god. And the android's so cool. So yeah, we're about to get there. So I'm already aware of these characters. And Cartoon Network released cable.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I remember when those commercials would come on. Save Cartoon Network. Right
Yeah.
into your
You know why you
cable
forgot about
providers.
it? Because you had direct TV, son. You rich son of a bitch.
But they would still show the commercials on DirecTV.
Oh, poor you. You're like peasants.
I'm
I don't
like,
gotta worry
get back
about
to
that.
the fucking show. I don't have to deal with this shit. These peasants people have to. What the fuck?
Oh my god. So I went it was off of cable for a long time. Because I remember going a
I
few
forgot about that.
years,
Hmm.
and then we finally got DirecTV when I was maybe in high school, freshman year.
Well, so you were old already at that point. You were an old
No,
man.
God, I actually think we got it when I was like a sophomore. No, 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 freshman.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I remember being so hype because I knew Cartoon Network was on DirecTV. I'm like, fuck yeah, we're finally gonna get to the South Saga. And then they're on the OK Boo Saga.
So you, I was going to say by that point, I think the dub was finished. Oh,
I mean, don't get me wrong, the Boo Saga is good, but
it's great.
it's the worst of the three.
Oh wow.
You
Okay.
don't think
Okay.
so?
I
The
think it's a
three
lot less
sagas.
heartfelt. Yes, I agree.
In order, what are your favorites? So you got the Frieza, you got the Android or Cell, and the Boo.
Realistically, it is the big three. You're right. Frieza, Cell, and Boo. I would say in that order, that's my favorite. Probably Frieza, Cell, Boo.
Same.
Frieza be
Yeah.
my top.
Yeah.
It's just it's way more emotion. There's way more emotional stakes in the Frieza saga, and still a little bit in the Cell saga. And plus, you have Goku who comes back to help finish off the Kamehameha wave to kill Cell and stuff like that. So there's
Yeah.
all those amazing moments. And don't get me wrong, I mean, freaking Buu saga is crazy, and the animation gets even better at that point too. But yeah,
Yeah, I
emotionally
think yeah.
speaking,
Frieza's all that's
you have
Ginyu
all your
fucking
you
force.
have all your sinister motherfuckers. Okay, let me say this real quick. You yes. So the Ginyu Force, they're a softer example of what I'm about to get to, but they're still part of it. What's the first bad guy? What are the first couple bad guys you meet? The first three in Dragon Ball Z that you remember?
Garlic Jr. No,
You know, it's still a son of a bitch, though. Still a son of a bitch. You're right. You're right. Lord Slug.
I'm definitely gonna say, I mean, it was don't wait, don't correct me. I guess kind of Piccolo, even though I didn't watch Dragon Ball, it was still kind of
Oh,
implied that he
how about
was,
that he's still there's negativity. There's an edginess
you know,
there.
he does kill Goku, but it's obviously
Yes.
Raditz,
Yeah.
Nappa, and
Vegeta.
Vegeta. The
Right.
Saiyan saga.
The Saiyan saga, which is a great saga, actually. Does it maybe drag a tiny bit? And nah, not really. I think it's actually a pretty solid
No,
saga.
no, it's
But
so good.
what I love about it is that, and I agree, it is so good. I love it the same reason that I like the Ginyu saga and I love the Frieza saga even more so is that all of these bastards are just sons of bitches.
Yeah,
Like they're all sinister and they know that they're evil, but they give no fucking shits. I feel like as far as like the antithesis of what my point would be like Boo. I feel like Boo is just a force of nature that evolves. And sure, maybe Kid Boo acknowledges that it's just evil, but I also think Kid Buu is just like raw ass energy. Does that make
yeah,
sense? I just think
yeah.
it's a force to be reckoned with when Frieza, especially, is just a
The
genocidal
the
maniac.
build up to Frieza is
Amazing.
insane.
Amazing.
So good. I don't think there's any build up better than that because like Cell kind of just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah, but the androids are sick though. Like when you realize
No, no,
how much more
I
powerful
agree.
the androids are compared to everyone.
But this is why the Frieza saga is the best.
Okay, talk to
The
me.
best.
Talk to me, baby.
It is that build up. Like, okay, we just beat Vegeta. He turned into a giant motherfucking ape. We spirit bombed him. We went Kaioken times gazillion at this point.
Nappa beat our best
Oh
before
my
Vegeta.
God, you got people dying. It was so, and then you got the bond between Go Piccolo, Daddy Piccolo, and you're like, oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, what is
Mm-hmm.
going? And then Goku shows up, and then like
Finally.
he goes through hell to get the W. I mean, he goes through hell. And then you find out there's a bigger bad,
Right?
and then just I mean, getting to Namek a little boring, a little
Yeah,
boring.
there's the lull between Saiyan Saga and Frieza Saga. You're absolutely right. There's a lull
But
there.
just like once they're on Namek, and then Vegeta's back, and Deborah, and God, who's the other one? Come on, Zabon, Zarbon.
Zarbon,
It's
yes, yes.
Zarbon.
Oh, beautiful Zarbon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you already see Frieza, and you're like, this guy on a bubble, this baby looking dude,
right?
everybody's scared of him.
This spoiled ass prince bitch with
And
nail
then
polish. No offense
the
to people wearing nail polish, but he
the
looks like a little
battle
bitch.
with Gohan and and like how they get stronger. I love what God, I remember his name, the old Namekian, how he like unlocks their power.
Yes, yes, yes,
You
yes.
remember that right before the Ginyu Force?
Mm-hmm.
And then they go to the Ginyu Force, and you're thinking Vegeta's just joining their side. They're ready. They're not ready. They're not. They couldn't even beat the janitor. You know.
I never thought about it.
Yeah.
The janitor. Okay, go. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, you're
And
right. You're speaking bars right now. Go on. Oh,
Gohan is basically dead.
yeah, yeah.
Krillin is fucked up. Vegeta's freaking the fuck
Doesn't
out.
Krillin get stabbed through the body, through the chest, at that point? Or I'm thinking of like level 2 Frieza or something like
Frieza.
that, where
Yeah,
it's like,
well, I know Frieza explodes his ass, but I think
yes,
so. Um,
someone
and
gets
then
stuck on the horn.
and like this whole time, like I don't know. I think it was great when Goku ran through Snake Way, but at the same time,
Takes a
it
long
just
time.
felt like a lot of filler too.
Takes a long time. Yeah.
But like when he's training on his pod to get a Namek, you're like, this motherfucker's he's coming.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
get ready. You get somebody's gonna fire that janitor.
Yeah, for sure.
And then he gets there, and then it ends, next time on Dragon Ball Z. And then you get so hype, and then wait, now we're starting over again. Um, but then I gotta go through that build up again.
Oh, you're talking about back to being on cable
Yeah,
again.
because it was on Cartoon Network, and it went right
Oh,
back to Raditz.
that's so tragic.
And then he Frieza comes. Frieza's a badass. He has the 5 different forms.
Yeah, four, four,
4? Yeah, at that
two,
point it was
three, and
4.
then four, and then obviously now he has all these other shits
Wait,
nowadays.
wait. Did you include Frieza 100?
No,
Isn't
which
that
one's
5?
that?
Remember, he's holding back, and then he's like, "Oh, if only you let me get to my." It's just a bigger chest.
Oh, okay. After he's already final form Frieza, and
Yeah,
then he
he's
gets
final
bigger.
form, and then he's like 100% final form Frieza.
I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
That's
noob.
before he gets cut in half, right?
I think he gets cut in half after that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's before he gets bigger before that.
Yes, yes, yes.
How is he still fighting? How is he still fighting?
Because
What a
he's a
motherfucker!
badass mother. He's a little racist, but he's a
He's
badass
he's
motherfucker.
not he's not
he's a
just a
tad.
little.
He's a
He's
tad racist.
some might have called him the Hitler of his generation, of his species. But
Oh, and then you find out the backstory of like the Saiyans and the build
yeah.
up to the Super Saiyan. Like you don't even know until I think it's around the time they get to like the Ginyu Force where Vegeta is like the legendary Super Saiyan, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, wait, what?
What's this? What does
What's
that
going
mean?
on?
Right?
What's going on? Oh my god! And then again, when Krillin explodes and Goku loses his shit, I'm like, oh my god!
Yes.
Why is it at the Raditz episode again?
How many times do I have to watch this man die to progress the storyline?
And I'm not exaggerating. It went on like that for like 3 or 4 years. I
It's
remember just
freaking
being in this
stupid.
this limbo of a hell that I would choose to sit through.
You're a better man than I. No, I would just catch the show at random. And if it happened to be in
Oh,
sequence, then it was in sequence. If not, then no. So I
I
was
love. I'm
go ahead, please.
I'm telling you, I love the show so much. I was watching it in Spanish, and I didn't even understand the language.
Right? There were no subtitles back then.
No, it
Not on
was just
basic
straight
television.
Spanish. No, no, basic.
What was that, like channel 17 or something like that?
I don't know. It may have been Telemundo. I don't fucking know.
Mm-hmm. That sounds
Um,
about right.
but to loop back to where I was at,
Sure.
Dragon Ball Z in Spanish.
I was having a great time just thinking about the different arcs of Dragon Ball Z. God damn. I'm
Well,
sorry. Okay.
GT's just fan fiction.
I,
Uh,
I'm fine with it.
Super's okay. I mean, there's a lot of great things about it, and
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it gets way better in the manga, but we're not currently new episodes, so fuck the manga. Um, but I've heard it gets really good.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
But yeah, after that, I would watch Dragon Ball Z in Spanish. The Price is Right,
Now, of course, sure.
The
Especially if
Maury
I was
Show.
homesick. Especially if I was homesick. Yep.
Yeah, The Maury Show. Occasionally Jerry Springer, Saved by
Learn
the
that how many
Bell.
people are or are not the father, of course.
Oh, well, of course, of course. Um, yeah, I think that was it. Saved by the
Nice.
Bell.
Very cool.
And
Very
then,
cool.
I had cable too, so of course the Rugrats, and I was never really a big fan of Rocket Power for whatever reason.
Oh, really? Okay, okay, okay. Gotcha.
I mean, I wasn't really an athletic kid, so I don't think I care to watch athletic kids.
Fair enough, fair enough.
You know
But
what
you'll
I'm saying?
watch super extremely buff men save the world. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Who train for hours upon hours every day.
Reality
They go against
or not
gravity.
reality.
They put themselves in chambers where gravity is intensified by a billion.
I'd be
But you're not
lying to
athletic.
you if I didn't stand there and try to power up most of my childhood.
I know I at least popped a couple blood vessels trying when I was like 10. Gah! Eventually.
Nothing would happen. Maybe a pedo or two, but
Exactly. That's about it. You're lucky if you just got away with a Betho. Sometimes you have to change everything.
oh my god,
Go to the shower in shame.
such a great show. I
Oh,
think
for
that'll
sure.
always be my number one anime.
I respect that. You make me want to pop open my Blu-rays and put them in right now, actually. Hell yeah.
It's
Or
time.
DVDs, sorry. Oh, I guess I have a little bit of both. Yeah. But apparently, I'm sure we've had to have talked about it on the show once upon a time in the early days, but apparently the DVD re-release of the show that they did like way back in the day when they like cleaned up the film and everything, it's as close to the original aspect ratio of the show that you can get. Um and I only own like one or two of them tops. I didn't finish collecting them.
The Blu-rays, right?
No, 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 no. Before the Blu-rays would be the
The
DVDs.
VHS. Was it the orange box
Yep,
ones?
yep, yep, yep.
Hmm.
Those DVDs. Those are like as close to modernly speaking, as close to the original that you can get to, which is kind of neat. Kind of neat.
Yeah.
But the Blu-rays are good too, and they look amazing. But the DVDs look really good too. The DVDs look, especially if you put them in a
If
Blu-ray player, it looks it upreses it wonderfully.
I'm not sure if you know this, but if you have like the Funimation streaming app, do you
Hmm.
get that like as close as possible to?
As far as aspect ratio goes, I honestly don't know. Like, if it's only a square on your TV, like 4:8, then there's a good chance that, yeah, it's as close to the original aspect ratio as possible to where things aren't getting cut off. Because
Full
it'll
screen,
condense it
widescreen?
down to a square to make sure that you get
Full,
every bit of detail. Because there's times where, like, when they re-release it in widescreen, there's usually a full screen option which condenses it, but it also makes sure that you get every piece of art on screen. Does that make sense? In frame. But there's a lot of
100%.
frames where it's cut off, like you don't get to see the edges or you don't get to see the top and the bottom. There's like some mean sticklers out
I
there I've
grew
seen on
up.
Reddit.
That's what I was about to say. I grew up in a household, and I don't know if it's a thing anymore, but you used to have to buy media in widescreen or full screen. There
Yep.
wasn't this option of going back and forth. It was, do you want it in full screen? Do you want it in widescreen? And
Yep.
my dad always taught me widescreen. You never do full screen
He
because
was right.
shit gets cut off.
He was right. I mean, depending on the original aspect ratio of the film, I'm not like a film expert or anything like that, obviously, but depending on how it was shot, then yes, your dad, vast majority of times, especially in modern times, is 100% correct. Now, AJ didn't get a widescreen TV till he was already like a late teenager, till he was like
Oh.
like 18 or something like that. I got my first like
Oh wow.
HD TV all to myself that my dad got me. And with that being said, but before that, I would always get full screen because I had square shaped freaking TVs. Talk about how old we are. So I would always aim for full screen TVs because I didn't understand why you would get letterbox. I'm like, why would you get letterbox when it doesn't fit the TV right? But
Yeah.
that's why, I mean, your dad saw past that and was like, no, the future's widescreen, bitch. Get on my level. And I was like, my bad. I haven't met
Yeah.
you yet, sir, but you're right.
He was like so into that kind of tech. I remember these two things make me feel old. One of them is being we had an HD TV that was a tube TV. I
Yes.
don't
Oh,
know if you remember that, right?
mm-hmm. An old friend of mine had a gigantic one. I would say hundreds upon hundreds of pounds.
those things we ours was probably like a 32, not God, it may have been like a 24-inch, and that thing was fucking heavy.
Those tubes are no joke, dude.
That thing was not light. So that's one of those
It's a
things.
fucking
And I remember,
guitar amp. It's a
and I
full it's a full stack you're rocking. Yeah.
like I didn't even know HD was a thing until my dad came home with that TV.
You must have had your mind blown though, I
I was like,
bet.
what the fuck is this? So yeah, we were very into that game early on. And then before that, we had like one of the first DVD players. It was so old that
Nice.
when we bought Independence Day, it wouldn't play it.
What?
We had to upgrade our DVD player
Oh
because it
shit.
was like out of date.
That's crazy.
That's like what?
That's crazy.
Right? I
I didn't
would
even think that was
never
real.
forget that. We went to like the Good Guys. Do you remember that? I think that's what
I
it was called.
vaguely, yes, that sounds right. Yeah.
And I remember them telling my dad, the reason your DVD's not playing on this thing is because you need a new DVD player. And this one's too old. We're like,
Holy shit.
what?
Like they changed the laser technology probably. That's so crazy. I had no idea that was even a thing.
Yeah.
You would think, I mean, because DVD players are already at this point obsolete anyway. Like at the time of recording this episode, they've been done
Fuck, sorry,
obsolete.
Blu-rays.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. I mean, Blu-ray and 4K Blu-ray, like they have their purposes, but only if you're a real nerd. Do you really need them? No. Especially if you
Not anymore.
fork over enough cash to have an amazing not only display but then internet service and connection, then you don't really need a Blu-ray as much anymore. You could,
No.
and it helps, but you
Well, the
don't need it.
benefit to it now is you don't own the media. Even if you buy it,
Yes.
you don't actually own that media. They can
Yes.
easily Sony did that. Like, did you hear about that? They
What is it?
pulled like their Discovery. They had like a Discovery app with Discovery Channel shows.
Mm-hmm.
Because they lost the licensing. Whoever bought TV, because you had to buy them, they lost access to it. They were no longer able to see it, and they were not given any refunds.
Fuck them then. Jesus, my
Yeah.
bad.
So
Sheesh.
you gotta be careful with that stuff. Like if you actually buy physical, or I'm sorry, media, streaming media,
Mm-hmm.
um, your shit might be taken from you.
Yeah, just because you bought something on, like myself, a movie on Xbox Live 8 years ago doesn't mean it's still going to be there, I guess. It's a good point. Once they delete the service, then, I mean, yeah, what's there to.
You're fucked. And apparently, like with the Sony thing, it was in the agreements, that you have to sign off on.
Sure. That we all
So
scroll past, of
they didn't
course.
do anything illegal. It was just fucking, page 52, paragraph 7, sentence number 347,
Yeah, 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 yeah. That sucks. But that makes sense. It is just digital media. It's like when
Yeah.
you buy stuff from, like, I just get another step of nerdy. When you, I mean, if you play a digital only video game, it's only up for as long as the service is available. Like you own a rare version of Marvel vs. Capcom Origins. That's no longer available anymore on stores. Don't you? Oh
It
no, no,
is.
you own Marvel vs. Capcom 2
That's still on
digitally.
that Xbox. I mean, the
And
Xbox is with
and
my brother, but it's
yes,
there.
but you can't even get that anymore on
No.
PS Online, on Xbox Live, anything like on
Nope.
Steam. You can't just buy that anymore. Like it's gone now until they Capcom decides to re-release it one day,
And those
if they
servers are still
decide.
up. I believe those servers are still up. There is still an
That's crazy.
active-ish community that play MVC2 online.
If it's not still up, then people probably have their workarounds, you know. But if it's not still up, that is.
No, I'm pretty sure it is. Like there are people who are currently posting stuff on YouTube that's like Xbox Live.
That's tight. That's actually
Yeah.
really tight then. But there you go. That's just another example of like, yeah, like if you own digital media, you own it for as long as places are willing to provide it. Unless of course it's like something where you install it into the console. Then at that point, you probably can still play it.
Maybe. Didn't they uninstall people's PT?
I did not
Or if
hear
it was
about that.
installed, it was installed.
No, I think they did not uninstall it because there's people that still sell PS4s
For a
that have
lot.
PT installed
A
in it.
lot of money is what I've
And I
been
would
told.
love to buy one day. I've never played the demo and I've always wanted to. But I watched enough playthroughs. But I'm
Okay, I was gonna say I think Joshua has a free version.
crazy.
Wink.
Oh, very free version. That's true. Nowadays you could probably find it some way totally legally.
Legally. Just come to the shop. Wink.
With a capital F. Legally with a capital F. 100%. I'm not
Mhm.
buying this beer actually. It's nice.
I am. It's not for me. It's
Really? Oh
not.
yeah, you've
It's
already
not
touched
bad.
it.
I'll say this. It's not bad. It's a big glass. My can is empty.
Mine too.
Oh shit!
I'm not in the
It
competition. I'm just saying.
it's
Sorry.
again. It tastes good. It's just sours aren't for me.
Okay. Okay.
That's all it really is.
I've
But
seen
I
my
would
boys enjoy some sours in the past.
I think if it was only one sour I absolutely loved,
Absolutely loved. Yes, you're right.
and I think that was it. I think I prefer mead if I'm going to drink something so sweet.
Okay. Okay. Because they already kind of have that sour element sometimes anyway. Especially if there's like raspberries involved. Kind of like
Ugh.
the what was the one you got before? Wayne's? What was the mead that you liked a lot that you bought?
God, oh, I don't even remember. That was something Yvonne bought that I just drank.
God damn it. I'm trying to think what it was called. It wasn't Wayne's Meads, was it?
No, I don't think so, but it may have been. Again, I just drank it. She didn't finish it. I cracked it open. I drank it.
Fair enough. I'm sure I could find it right now if I just look on the Beer Belly at Beer Belly Pod profiles on social media, so that way I could find it. But it's okay. Either
Oh,
way, it just seems like a lot of breweries nowadays are actually aiming to make their own mead. So they're getting their
it's getting popular
their
now.
they're getting like their winery licenses and stuff, so that way they can do it. It is getting popular, and also it's another source of revenue. Why not? You
Hmm.
know, more variety in house.
Yep,
Go for it.
it's
Which is
easy to
why
make.
places like Phantom Carriage, or I'm sorry, Phantom Ales, where they have
They have a
they do
shit ton.
wine, they do meads, they do beer, and I feel like they do them all pretty well actually.
Yeah,
And I
I
think
would
they were
agree.
also working on mezcals as well, mezcals
Mm,
and tequilas. Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
tequila.
Last time I talked to them, Phantom Carriage, right? Or is it just Phantom Ales?
Phantom Ales. It was Phantom Ales.
What's Phantom Carriage?
I have no idea. Probably the name of your pervert cart.
No, no, it's another brewery, but it's in Gardena. What'd you say? It's my pervert what? Cart?
Yeah,
The fuck does that mean?
your car.
My pervert car?
Yeah, that's what you call your car.
Oh, my phantom carriage.
Phantom
I see.
Phantom carriage.
Sorry, that took me too long to understand.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's hard to accept the truth sometimes. That's all, buddy.
But you know,
It's a really nice jacket you got there. Is that suede?
I like to call it suede because
Suede.
I don't think it's real suede.
It's all. It looks good to me from
Oh,
here. It
they had it
matches
at
your
Target.
glasses and your watch. You look good.
Free watch.
Oh yeah, that's the one. I think
That's
it's
the
the first time
one.
I've actually seen you wear it. Nice.
You've never seen it before? Yeah,
You
it's
showed
pretty
me a
nice.
picture. You and your wife showed me a picture
Oh,
of it.
okay. I'll show you when we're together. It'll
Yeah.
be soon.
Oh, I hope so.
We're gonna be on vibrating seats.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get squirted on.
Whoa. And dare I say, we will become erect. I would not doubt.
Oh yeah.
We may even
My
hold hands a couple times.
my drill will pierce the heavens.
By heavens, he
I'll
means my ass.
yeah, I leave it at that.
All right, we can tease it at that, but we'll talk about it and very soon to come, actually, quite soon, which is pretty
Yes.
exciting. That's
Hmm.
crazy. Hell yeah, dude! I'm so excited. I have to work earlier that day, but I already talked to my coworkers who are closing that night. They already are cool with me bouncing out a little early, so that way we can make it in time. So hopefully we can, sneak in a cheeky little beer or two beforehand. Have a great little night. It'd be fun.
I'm excited.
It's been a while since we've had a movie night, just the two of us, since Promare, I want to say.
Yeah.
And that was a Studio Trigger film also. I'll leave it
Hmm.
at that. I'll leave it at that. You're right. My bad. I'm
Hmm.
speaking too
Yeah,
much.
you're spoiling it, bro.
My bad, baby. My bad. Well, real quick, just shout out to the great time that there was in the previous episode to this one where we did a really fun blind tasting of basically every Stone and Joy by IPA that was released back in 2023, like a week ago, as of recording this episode. But we were able to collect them all. John was able to
The
maintain us
Infinity Stone of
owning
beers.
them for as long. He put his body through a lot of sacrifice. There's a lot of beer he did not drink
There's
for
a
it,
lot that
or
I
he
did.
still drank that. Yeah, I was gonna say
And then I had to replace.
you could still invoice me on some of those.
No, don't worry
I
about
can
it.
pay rent because you at least held them. I'll pay the storage fee if you need me to.
You talking about my belly?
Yeah, exactly. Mwah. But go and watch that episode. It's a super fun one. You're probably going to want to watch the video version, just for that added element of silliness that was throughout it. I was just gonna say you got an appearance by Ghost AJ as well as the AJ that's talking to you right now.
Oh
You have
wow.
your boy John, of course. John's wife comes in the mix. Miss Lovely Yvonne is in there for a little while too. Some people might say that she appears in a couple different ways, but
Oh,
it's worth watching. But also, obviously, the audio versions are available wherever you get podcasts, wherever you're listening to us on right now. It's
mm.
on YouTube though. The video version's also very easily found
On
on Spotify.
Spotify.
The Spotify, of course. The thing that I personally like about Spotify, even though I use audio apps more so, Spotify is pretty much just as easy nowadays because it transitions from video to audio basically seamlessly. So that's kind of why I
Mm.
like it. As long as Spotify isn't hooked up to my car, then the video will play real easily. As soon as I close my phone, it goes right to audio and vice
It's
versa. So
nice, yeah.
just saying. We're not getting paid by
Do it.
Spotify to say it,
Do
but
it.
follow us on Spotify. Give us all the stars. Thank you for those
All
of
the
you
thumbs
that have
up.
rated us. We already saw that with this episode, with the Enjoy by Blind Tasting episode. You're already getting a nice little spike in viewership and listenership from this one right off the bat. So it's really nice to see. So thank you. Let us know if there are blind tastings that we need to do in the future, whether it's a liquor, a beer, a wine, whatever. If there's something that you feel like we should try, go for it. If you want
We'll do
John
it.
to spend $7,000 so we can do a blind tasting between Rip Van Winkle 10-year, Van Winkle 12-year, or Pappy 15, 20, and 23,
Let's
let
do it.
John know so he can drop the 7K
I'll
to
do
make
it.
that happen.
I'll do it.
Let us know.
I will do it.
It's here. It's recorded. It's going to
You
be
heard.
edited. That's going to be on loop. That's all this
Oh
episode's going to
yeah.
be. I'm going to do it. I'll do it.
7K. Easy, easy. A wealthy
Chump
man like
change.
myself, easy.
For sure. Look at that fake suede. I'm sorry. Suede.
Suede. There you go.
Look at that
Suede.
suede jacket. He gets the suede so he can pay for the whiskey. That's
Yeah.
the golden rule there.
Yeah. I'm smart with my money.
Of course, of course. Spend it where it counts. But of course, before I keep talking, an episode of Beer Belly would not be complete without John's lovely words of wisdom for the week. Go ahead, sir.
Children, keep your parents away from a small city in Southern California. Some may say that you might find a suburban farmer, and you will, and he'll take your parents. And his name, Double D, Double Daddy.
Great throwback to the suburban farmer, by the way. Great throwback. I forgot about that one for a moment. Yes. I still kind of regret not naming the episode that, but it's always going to be that in our hearts at least.
Yeah, the
At
suburban
least.
farmer.
The suburban farmer. Sounds good. Thank you for not blowing up my spot though either though. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's good friendship looking at right there. All right. Well, again, if you want to reach out to us, we'd greatly appreciate you sending in your questions, your comments for us to talk about in future episodes. BeerBellyPod at gmail.com. Gmail non-Gianni, that is, of course. At BeerBellyPod on all your favorite socials. But you can look in every episode description. All those links are right there for you. Thank you to anyone that takes the time to, donate to the show and help keep this place fun and help us be able to afford the beer for future episodes. Our Venmo account is linked right in there as well. So thank you for taking the time. Again, those of you who rate the show the 5 stars or whatever your top rating option is on Apple Podcasts,
Yeah. You got it. You got it.
what have you. Thank you so much for taking the time for writing out your nice reviews. It helps us a lot when you share us with your friends, when you slap a Beer Belly sticker on your grandmother's dog. Thank you for that.
Put 2 on him for me.
Hell yeah. One on the ass so it keeps chasing its tail trying to get it off. But be good to your pets, people. God damn it. But don't forget the sticker though either. Maybe shave the area where you're going to stick it.
Yeah.
That way it's right there.
Some
on the
might
butt.
say putting this R specific sticker on your pet is being good to your pet.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say abuse, but you put a better spin on it. This has been an episode of Beer Belly. Beer Belly, what, like episode 124?
God, so many.
Ridiculousness.
Yeah.
Ridiculousness, and more to come.
Yeah.
Send in your questions and let us know what we should drink for future episodes. If there's blind tastings we should do, if there's like, hey, try these beers, let us know which ones you guys end up liking most. We will record it and we will have a great time with it. And we hope you guys do too. Have a great one. See you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.